Okay, I think we're recording. Recording is on. Okay, hello everybody. My name's Amber Davis. Thank you so much for joining me on a Monday evening. We are going, I know I probably look like a hot mess. We have done swim lessons today and we have been all over the place. So this light is just kind of, let me see. Okay, there we go. So, all right. Well, so I want to thank everybody for hopping on our Zoom training. I try to do these every Monday night at 8:45, but with it being summer, I totally understand. Sometimes I'm traveling, you guys are traveling, maybe your kid breaks a collarbone like my child has done this summer. So tonight we're going to be discussing customer accounts. So the reason that I picked customer accounts is because there's so many different things that tie into launching your Lavelle business, growing your Lavelle business, and customer accounts. Whether you are brand new and you're wondering how to, get started and the things that you should be focused on when you're building your business. And then, man, I feel like there's something on that. Or maybe you have been maybe you've been in the business for a while and and you're wondering how to continue to grow your business. Or maybe you've been bringing on new business partners, you've been bringing on new promoters, and I wanted to make sure you guys could hear me. And maybe you don't know, how to help your newest business partners. Like, you have people that join your business, they join you as a business partner, they want to have success, and you're not really sure, how to guide them and what to tell them. And guys, it all comes back to customer accounts. So we're going to talk about customer accounts, how you get them, how do you put yourself in a position to sign somebody up as a customer, what's the value in having a customer account, and then what do you do with customer accounts when you have people that create a customer account? What next? How do you put yourself in a position to broaden your network? So we're going to be discussing all of those things in our training tonight. So first and foremost, let's talk about when you first get started. So we're going to talk about if you first getting started, and then also if you're a leader that helps somebody first get started. So when you first get started with your Lavelle business, hopefully you have listened to a VIP training call. They're every Monday night at 8 o'clock Central on our corporate line. Hopefully you talked to somebody that explained to you what is available to you in your first 14 days as an active promoter with Lavelle, getting started with your business. But if not, this is always just a great place to start. So we always want to encourage every single person on our team, you yourself included, me, myself included, you want to go for 100 free customer accounts in your first 30 days. And if you're already outside of your first 30 days and you still don't have 100 free customer accounts, that is a goal. That should be a goal of yours. For me, I did not reach that 100 accounts until 2 months after I had started, actually closer to 3 months after I had decided that I was going to start this business. So it's never too late to decide that you're going to go after those customer accounts. So whether you have 7 or you already have 700, free customer accounts is really a great place to get started when you're wanting to really put your business in a different position. The biggest thing about customer accounts is that it really boils down to the fact that you're actually talking about the Thrive experience to somebody new, somebody that you probably haven't talked to them about the Thrive experience yet because you haven't signed them up yet. Or maybe you brought it up with them, but there was never a conversation that got going. And this is a great way to kind of follow up with them and to get some buy-in and to get their email and get them attached to you. And so for me personally, when I got started, I didn't take that advice of really going out there and making some lists. Now 4 years later, this is how I always get somebody started. And if you don't, if you're not to where you want to go, you should sit down and do this as well. I sit down and do this all the time still. But I start going through my Facebook friends list. I start going through the contacts in my phone. I go through my email contact list, and I start writing people's names down. Something that I will do is I will put a P or a C next to their names. Do I think that they'll be an amazing business partner, or do I see them more maybe being a customer? Because kind of how I will approach somebody, it might be dependent on if I really think that they would make an amazing business partner, or if maybe they're already in a separate company, or they've already expressed to me that they have no interest with being a promoter, but they could still be interested as a customer. But either way, whatever your system is, I like to put pen to paper. And so I like to start making a list of all the people that I'm connected to that I haven't signed up yet. And then so I can visually see the people that it is that I want to reach out to. You know, I'm a big proponent of a vision board because I believe that what you see is what you will do. And so when you lock your eyes on something, you know, you're way more motivated. It sticks in your brain that you need to put some action behind to make that thing happen. So, you know, for me personally, it took me about 3 months to get serious about really going after that 100 free customer account goal. But when I did, you know, here's the message that I would send people. You know, I would say, you know, hey, Kim, I don't know if you've seen my posts about Thrive, because if you are a Thrive promoter, you need to be talking about Thrive on your social media. Maybe it's not every day, but, you know, we're doing a challenge right now with our team that I said you need to make at least 2 posts this week that have something to do with the Thrive experience, whether you share a post, share one of the stories from the Facebook fan page. Maybe you take a picture of capsules or your lifestyle mix or your DFT, which is our patch, and say something like, you know, man, I don't know how I was getting through summers before I started my Thrive experience. You know, we're go, go, go all summer long thanks to this little bad boy, or whatever. You know, somebody asked me earlier this week, like, hey, I really want to make a Thrive post, you know, here's what I want to say. And I said, well, why don't you change it up a little bit and say, you know, thanks to the Thrive experience, I now have X, Y, and Z. I was like, because here's at the end of the day, people don't necessarily identify with Thrive. They don't necessarily know what Thrive means. They don't know what it means to be thriving. And those aren't the people that you want to talk to anyway. You want to talk to the people that identify with what Thrive does. You know, what is that? Sleeping better, energy, focus, weight loss, better results in the gym, relief from aches and discomfort. You know, people relate to those things. You know, they relate to making money, needing money, extra jobs, vacations, things like that. Talk and think like the person who needs the Thrive experience. So I would start reaching out to people and saying, hey, I don't know if you've seen my posts about Thrive. I'm really excited about what I've been noticing over these last couple of months. I wanted to know if it would be okay if I just simply added you to my network, so that if you ever decide that you want to see what it can do for you, I would love to have you connected to me. I only need your email. Would that be okay? And guys, when I started, and I would seriously copy and paste it. I mean, and I would spend 5 minutes in the morning. You know, there's a feature on your phone where if you're on Facebook, you can actually see who is online. If you go into Messenger and you go into, there's like a little bar or something like that that kind of shows you everybody that's online right now. And guys, I would just copy and paste that message into people that I knew, you know, 10 people at a time that I knew were online, because I knew that that probably meant that they were going to read that message. And guys, when I started getting really intentional with, I was going to reach out to 5 people a day or 10 people a day, because my goal was I was getting to 100 free customer accounts by the end of May of 2014. That opened a lot of doors to start talking to people about what the Thrive experience was, what it was doing for me. It led to customer orders. It led to people that wanted some trial packs. I mean, if you're not talking about it, your business will never grow. And simply just asking somebody if they, would it be okay if you got their email address and just simply added them to your network, is such an easy way to get the conversation going. hey, I noticed your posts about having a headache lately, or not being able to sleep, or you've been drinking 3 cups of coffee, or you're feeling like this. Have you ever seen any of my posts about Thrive? Have you ever thought about giving that a chance, seeing if maybe it would help you? It doesn't have to be this, hey, guess what? The Thrive experience is, da 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 da, yeah, yeah. No, it's just, hey, I wanted to know, would it be okay if I don't know if you've seen my posts. Have you heard of the Thrive experience? Could I get your email address? Love to send you some information on why I'm so excited about it, why I decided to put my name to it, why I decided I talk about it all the time. Super annoying, right? But it's because it's drastically changed my life. Like, be real, be honest. So that's the first thing. I look, and sometimes, and I see a bunch of, I go through the back office, and I see how many customers people have signed up, and people want to know why they're not growing, why they're not thriving for free, why they can't get to the next rank, and I go into their customers, and I'm almost 99% of the time I'm like shocked by either the last time they signed somebody up or the amount of customer accounts they have attached to their name. And so that is the number one way that you can absolutely change your business. So if you have 100 friends on Facebook, that means that you have 100 people that you can ask for their email address. Okay. If you have 900 friends on Facebook, you better get to work. So let's talk about, that's a great place to start. Like I said, your Facebook friends list, your Instagram, search hashtags, send private messages. Hey, I saw that you've been going to the gym, you're on a weight loss journey, wanted to know, have you ever heard of the Thrive experience? Here's what it's done for me. Oh, hey, I see you're a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home dad. I see that you're a coffee lover, you're an energy drink lover. I mean, search a hashtag, like go anywhere. You can find people that you can reach out to and send messages to. And guys, there would be times that I would get in bed and I would realize that I had not gotten a free customer account, and I would literally get up from bed, I would go back in the living room, and I would tell myself, okay, I'm not going to bed until I at least get one free customer account today. Find somebody that was online, I would get a conversation started. And guys, when I would get their email addresses, there's 2 ways that you can sign people up. You can either get their email address, go log into your back office, click enroll a new customer, and fill out that information for them. Guys, I would keep it super simple. Like if Amber Davis was taken and I knew they lived in Texas, I just made it Amber Davis TX. And then the password, like Thrive123. Like I do that for a ton of people. Or, if they're like, yeah, I would like some more information on that, and say, well, why don't you do me a favor? Go to the website, check out the video, click customer. You can go ahead and create that free customer account. And that way you'll be tied to me, and let's chat tomorrow and I can help answer your questions. Keep it casual, keep it fun. So what happens when you feel like maybe you have exhausted all of your Facebook friends list? Maybe you feel like you've talked to everybody you know, then what? So we're going to talk about how to put yourself in a position to go out and get customer accounts. So one thing, something that I like to do that I think sometimes is fun, I would get like a pair of Kendra Scott earrings, or a $25 Amazon gift card, or, $30 gift card to Lululemon, or just something fun. What do you want to invest into your business? That is the question. And what I would do is I would say, hey, I'm doing a drawing for this, for these Kendra Scott earrings. All I need is, I just want to know if it'd be okay if I could, add you to my network, either drop an emoji. I'll contact you for details to get into the drawing. If you're a current customer of mine, share this to your timeline, to your network, to get a chance into a drawing. Like I would go into, moms groups in Katie, like ladies of Katie, like I would just find I can't even remember, but like I would just find different groups and say, hey, I'm doing a drawing for Kendra Scott earrings. If you'd like to be entered, simply I really, you can either sign up here, and you can put your website like your Lavelle website /login, And guys, that'll take them right to your customer information page. That is no different than any other giveaway that you know, like on Instagram, you have to like and follow this page, share this for more entries, drop your email, you know, go to this link, put in your email for a chance to win. Like, that's all of those people that when you see different contests like that and different giveaways like that, like that's exactly what they're doing. They want your email address so that they can start sending you emails. So that's something that I like to do periodically. You know, get your people involved, tell them to share this for an extra entry, see how many you can get that way. You know, and I would say once I get 25, you know, entries, I'm going to do the drawing. Like, set yourself up for success. Another great thing that you can do, you know, school is about to get started again. Different craft shows, different sporting events. You know, if you can get a table somewhere, that was something that I did a lot when I first got started. I went to different women's conferences. Those can be expensive. So if you're going to do something like that, definitely try to maybe get your team all to go and you can split the emails. Like, I went to a women's conference. It was an expensive booth, but I ended up with like 900 contacts. Some of them became customers, so I don't necessarily know that I recommend that when you're first getting started if you can't afford it. But if you can get a group together, I mean, 900 emails divided by, you know, 5 or 6 people, we'll do 10 for easy math. I mean, that's 90 emails a person. So that's pretty good, you know, and you're able to grow your network that way. But look for like craft fairs, you know, silent auctions, different places where you can maybe get a booth, you know, do a raffle, do a drawing, you know, anywhere that you can put yourself out there and expose yourself to your community, and just have a sign up sheet. I know Courtney Bird's team was doing a lot of these when they first got started. Like, if you feel like you're at a standstill for contacts, you've got to go put yourself in a situation where you can go make more contacts. Maybe it's your gym. Ask your gym if they're doing like a day where, you know, like a fair, like a health fair or something like that. What's it going to cost for you to get a table? You can go stand there, you know, talk to people about the Thrive experience. But, you know, if you feel like, gosh, I've exhausted all the people that I know, all those things, how can you creatively put yourself in a different position to set yourself up for success? So, you know, that's the difference between somebody that's really going to take this business somewhere and somebody that is going to feel limited by only the people that they know, because you've got to get out there. And if you want to continue to grow your business, you put yourself in a situation where you can continue to grow your business. But you don't just stop. You don't stop doing the things that are proven to grow your business. You just need to look for new ways that you can put yourself in the position to do the things that grow your business. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah. If you guys understand what I'm talking about there. So, you know, what happens when you get somebody that comes on board? And, you know, I'm telling you guys, the more, if you will go out there and you will get customer accounts, you know, every single day, every single month, day in, day out, month in, month out, year in, year out, you will qualify for every trip. You will rank up. Like, it's a numbers game. This is a numbers game. The more people you put yourself in a situation to ask them, have you heard of the Thrive experience? Can I get your email? I'll send you some information. You're going to have success. And if you don't know where to start, that's where you start. Go give yourself a goal every single day that I'm going to add one person. I'm going to get one email. I'm gonna at least send 5 messages. Maybe you don't get an email that day, but if you at least do the work, I promise you, you've got to plant the seeds. You've got to water them. Sun's gonna come out. Like, it's gonna happen. It will grow, but it's up to you to start doing the initial work. You know, maybe you got to build the box. You know, you got to go buy the seeds. I don't know what it is where you are in that analogy, but we're all somewhere in it, like in that, you know, we're all somewhere. Either we're either not doing something or we are doing something. Only you know what you are doing. So let's talk about, like, if you bring on somebody new, a new promoter, and you're wondering, like, what can I do to help motivate them? Like, guys, every single new person needs to know that they need to make a list of at least 30 people and they need to start sending messages and asking people for their email address, creating that interest, sending people to their website, getting people to like the Facebook fan page. One thing that I personally like to do with some of my new promoters, if I feel like they're struggling and they're, maybe they don't really know what to do, or they're not doing the things that I've advised them to do, I throw out a little incentive, a little promo. Hey, if you will send this text message, like I give them the text message to send, I give them the email to send. If you'll send this text message to 20 people, and if you get at least 10 people to respond, or send this message to 30 people, when you get 15 emails in the next 3 days, I'm going to give you some business cards, or I'm going to give you $25 in product credit towards, the first 2 people that want to purchase that you sign up. Some kind of reward, and that is thinking like a leader. If you've got somebody that's new, that maybe is nervous, or they're not as, eager to go out there and start sharing the Thrive experience, give them a little push. What would motivate them? Is it business cards? Is it a little shaker? Is it some Thrive credits? Like, is it, if you've got promo codes, can you use those promo codes to help them towards their next order? There's so many different ways that you can help out your newest promoter, and and thinking like that, and really doing that can be a huge that can just be so helpful to the newest person, because you hopefully as the leader already know, like I know what it does to go out and get customer accounts. Like I promise you, like when we go out there and we do free customer account blitzes, the amount of new customers that actually place an order is always huge. So they're never going to order if they don't have an account. That is at the end of the day. If they don't have an account with you, they're never going to place an order with you. So I have people all the time that have placed a customer, they've created a customer account, they've given me their email address, I've gotten them hooked up, and then years later, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years later, they're like, okay, hey, I think I have an account with you. I'm ready to start my Thrive experience. Like, but they're never going to order with you if they don't have an account with you. So that's another reason why, those free customer accounts are so important. There was something else I was going to tell you guys about free customer accounts. Does anybody I'm going to open the chat up real quick and just see. Okay, everybody looks good. No questions there. I'm trying to think what else I've got for you guys when it comes to free customer accounts. I think that's about it. Was there anything else I wanted to cover? I think that's it. Any questions about the importance of free customer accounts? Oh, what you do with them once you've got them. So I feel like LaBelle has done an amazing job lately of really sending out emails. And here's the other thing that's really cool that I noticed the other day. If you have somebody that goes in to their account and they start shopping and they start adding things to their cart, and let's say they exit before purchasing, guess what? They get an email that says, hey, I think you left something in your cart. So that's super cool. I thought that was, I was playing around with the different packages, the promoter packages last week. And I was because I didn't know if you could upgrade the starter package to include burn or not. So I was putting different things in my cart to kind of see what the options were. And I got this email from LaBelle that was like, hey, I think you left something in your cart. But so what do you do with all these email addresses? Guys, I like to use MailChimp. I know some people have gotten their account suspended lately because I guess MailChimp has something in their policies against MLMs. I haven't gotten frozen out of my account yet, but I always just try to keep it super simple and super just like fun, like updates about burn, like before and after pictures, just simply information like, hey, I don't know if you've checked out the LaBelle fan page lately. Here's a featured story of the month. I've got a special going on for, the first 3 people that reply to this email. But I try to keep I import all of my emails, all of my contacts. I import them into MailChimp. There's lots of email services out there. Constant Contact you can pay for. MailChimp's free. Smore, I think. I don't know how much those cost. But, you've got lots of different email platforms that you can use. And so I like to try to send an email at least once a week or once a month. Sorry, I don't do it once a week. I definitely do one. I at least try to do one once a month, just updating my customers, letting them know different specials that are going on. Hey, maybe your situation's changed. You're looking for an opportunity, maybe sharing a success story. And that's how you keep them informed. That's how you keep them in the loop. And I've had a lot of people, just over the years that have always replied, to those emails saying, hey, I've been getting your emails. I'm ready to learn more or whatever. So, you figure out your follow-up system. That one seems to work for me. But it's totally up to you. What you do with those emails, just don't forget about them. It's a great place to go when maybe you're not sure who to follow up with today. You can go into your cloud office. You can go to my team, my customers. You can filter by sign up date, and then reach out to them. Maybe it's on Facebook. Pick 5 people that you're going to reach out to and say, hey, I know it's been 6 months since you created that Thrive account with me. I didn't know if maybe anything had changed on your end, but I just wanted to let you know, like, I recently started a burn, and here's what it's been doing for me. So you've got just different options all the time for those kinds of things. And yeah, I hope that is helpful. So if anybody has a question or anything like that, I'm going to wrap this up. Go ahead. You can go to the chat area. And if you have any questions, let me know. All right. Everybody feels good? Okay. Well, good. Well, thanks for joining me. And we'll do this again hopefully next Monday. Y'all have a good night.